Okay, Shannon, you can put us on the record now. This is a matter of Smith versus Murphy, Mr. Navarre for the plaintiff, Mr. Weed for the defendant, and both parties are also present. Gentlemen, were you able to reach an agreement?
Yes, Your Honor, we were able to reach an agreement.
Would you like to place that on the record?
Yes, Your Honor, I'll place it on the record. The agreement is that the parties will share joint physical custody on an equal parenting time basis, week on, week off, commencing Sunday's exchange at Waterloo, Indiana, which is approximately halfway between their respective residences. Mrs. Murphy will have her week on parenting time commence on Sunday, May 9th, 2021, as Mother's Day, which is also her holiday. My client, Mr. Smith's parenting time week on, week off will start Sunday at 3 p.m. at Waterloo, Indiana on the 16th of May. They'll alternate week on, week off thereafter. I believe that the holidays will be shared per the handbook, as well as vacation time, spring break, winter break. And so I believe that's the other thing, Judge, that we would ask is that you order the parties to participate in a co-parenting app, such as Our Family Wizard. And that would facilitate, we believe, some verified communication and maybe assist them in more effectively co-parenting Lila, who is 9 going on 10, will be 10 the end of August of this year. Judge, the issue regarding support, I think, would also need to be addressed because of the PTO that my client would have, being 182 and a half overnights on an annual basis. We would request, and if the court would consider, ordering the matter to conciliation for purposes of calculating support based on the changed PTO, with each having 182 and a half overnights with their daughter. We feel if that would facilitate getting a number and they could reach an agreement, would not necessarily need counsel for that. And it's my belief and understanding that because the friend of the court has such a long period of time to conduct a support review when one is ordered, it could take several months for that to happen. Also, my client has recently started new employment, and the benefits there will change, and his income has changed as he had previously testified. Mr. Weed, did I accurately state your understanding of our agreement on the record?
Yes, you did.
So, gentlemen, you can include in your order the use of the Our Family Wizard, or if there is a more cost-effective alternative. I've heard that there's at least one app out there. I don't know if there's a cost with Our Family Wizard. I think there probably is. But I have heard from other practitioners that there are other apps available that are free. So anything that allows the retaining the communication so that there's a record of it. But I really hope that this really turns a new chapter on the relationship between the parties, and that without too much time having passed, they can get to the point where they can simply communicate as cooperating co-parents learn to do. But until that time is reached, Our Family Wizard or an equivalent.
There is a program available. It's a basic program, Judge, with Our Family Wizard that I believe is at no cost, but I believe the one that is at cost is nominal, and it's a much better program. and that may facilitate the communication between the parties. But I'll include that as your court, as the court has ordered, and that the matter will be ordered to the friend of the court for conciliation regarding support.
Very well. Would either of you wish to voir dire your client regarding the terms of the settlement?
I would, Your Honor. Mr. Smith, you heard the settlement that was placed on the record this afternoon. Is that true? Do you have audio, Justin? Okay, so nod your head if you don't have I don't have any audio. So let's just nod your head here. So is it true that you heard the settlement? And are you in agreement with that? And you're nodding your head affirmatively, and so that means yes? All right. And you heard all of the other terms that I put on the record. Are you in agreement with those terms? And you're nodding your head. Does that mean yes? Thank you. I have no further questions of my client, Your Honor. Don't you love technology?
I do. Mr. Reed, do you wish to question your client?
Yes, Your Honor. I'd ask that she's unmuted now. Are you there, Elise?
I am. I don't know why my video is not showing up.
Did you hear the settlement that was placed on the record?
Yes.
And do you agree to that agreement?
Yes, I do.
And you've heard all the other terms placed on the record as well?
Yes, I have.
And you agree to all of those terms?
Yes, I do.
Were you satisfied with the representation provided you by the Mike Weed Law Firm?
Yes, I was.
That is all, Your Honor.
Thank you. You both were well represented by counsel in this matter. I'm glad you were able to reach an agreement. It's always better if it's your agreement rather than something forced on you. I would also like to say you have a very charming daughter. Enjoyed my conversation with her, and she's a sharp kid. So
Thank you.
That speaks well of both of you. And I do wish you well. I hope truly that whatever communications issues that have existed in the past, that the two of you can learn to communicate freely and openly. Try to support one another as much as you can. It doesn't look like she needs much in the way of discipline, but if the two of you can be on the same page, that certainly it helps her. Otherwise, the kids, even as lovely as Lila, can learn to divide and conquer by pitting the two of you against each other. Don't let her do it. I can't picture her doing that now, but you know, when kids reach the teenage years, unfortunately, sometimes the kid that went to sleep last night is not the same one that wakes up the next morning. So it really helps if the two of you can work together and be on the same page. So I do wish you well. Again, commend your attorneys for the great job they did representing you, and the two of you on reaching an agreement. I will watch for that proposed order.
Your Honor, from a procedural standpoint, it's my understanding that you generally order the prevailing party to prepare the order, and I would be happy to prepare the order per your policy, and I'll submit it to opposing counsel. I believe we'll enter that on a consent basis.
I think that would be appropriate.
Thank you, Your Honor. That concludes my matters. Thank you for your time and your consideration, Your Honor. Have a good rest of the day.
Thank you.
Likewise.
Mike, thank you for your time and help as well.
Yeah, take care, Phil.